Let's roll tape number 3 because I think top of mind right now in Arizona as we think about what's going to happen with illegal immigration.
Right.
Senate Gang of 8 got it through. It wasn't easy. They got it done. But the House seems really split on what they're going to do on this. Do you think there's a chance, a snowball's chance, that this is going to happen before the end of the year?
You know, I think the chance is about 50-50 right now. The House Republican Conference met earlier this week to talk about their philosophy. And it appears, based on my conversations with friends on the other side of the aisle, that they're likely to move forward with a Republican-only approach first, with a series of bills that address some but not all of the immigration crisis we face. And I'm not sure that's going to be super effective.
They want to break it into pieces, in other words.
Right, which I think breaking into pieces is fine. The challenge is if you move forward with a Republican-only approach, you're not likely to see great success because, of course, the Senate has more Democrats and then we have the president. So it makes sense to try and do it bipartisan all the way through, like the Senate did.
Do you think it's good if President Obama gets involved in this heavily, going around the country as he has hinted he might, making speeches? I mean, does that poison the well? Does that make it harder to get it done? Or could he be an advocate that could maybe push it through?
I'll be honest, I'm not sure it matters what he does right now in the House of Representatives. The House is a body that responds to the constituents in the districts of each of the members. And so what's much more important is the voices that we hear from folks in our district. So that's what I'm listening to, and frankly, it doesn't matter much to me what the president, the vice president, or even the Senate says.
In your district, Republicans outnumber Democrats slightly, but the biggest number of voters in your district are independent.
That's right.
So what are they telling you about immigration reform?
Well, it's important to know we're the first district in the state where the largest number of registered voters are independent, which means you really have to work hard to hear the voices of independents because they're not represented by a party. We're getting about 70% of our feedback around immigration is a desire to get to a compromise bill. And what they're interested in is a bill that does 3 things: border security, addresses visas and workers for the future, and settles the status of the people who are already here. Now, the Senate bill addresses those 3 issues, not perfectly, but it's a start. And I think that what I'm hearing from folks is they want the House to do something similar, a little bit different, but they want those 3 priorities addressed.
Are they hitting you hard on border security, saying, look, we'll go down the road of path to citizenship, but we have to have assurances that the border's secure? Are you getting a lot of that?
Oh yeah, I think most Arizonans agree with that. And as you know, that's something I've taken very seriously over the years. In the state legislature, I passed legislation to crack down on drop houses, where they keep immigrants and kind of abuse them over the time. And I'm really interested in protecting our border from the criminal syndicates who operate those smuggling operations of drugs and guns and people. So I think that's a shared concern in Arizona. And really, this is an opportunity for those of us in Arizona to educate our colleagues in other states about the border and the importance of making sure we handle this appropriately.